So you've decided to take the plunge and start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! However, with over 12,000 cards in the game and almost 400 archetypes, where do you even start? Well, YouTube is always a good place. However, how good are some of these decks that we see profiled day in and day out on that platform? Well, you're about to find out, my friends, and this is Season 3 of Net Deck 101. Let's get it going. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know who it is by now, Jimothy. So ladies and gents, we are back with a seemingly random episode of Net Deck 101, which, to be honest, it is. I've been away from the playlist, as it were, for some time, but anyway, we are back. I'm back with a doozy. We are reviewing Gold Pride Punk, specifically by Brandalorian. Now, as always, I'm going to leave a link to his description, a link in the description to his channel, so definitely go over there, check him out, let him know that Jimothy YGO sent you, and with that, ladies and gents, let's get straight into the duels.
I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far. Dragonfly, just grab my head from him said, with me tonight. I'm on the
Okay, ladies and gents, so this is the list that Brandalorian produced in reference to Gold Pride Punk, and it is a very solid list. So starting off with some of the positives, basically. The engine is like super consistent. Like being able to play on every single turn is always a nice feeling. Very few times that I did brick, and I know bricking is just a thing of Yu-Gi-Oh, but very few times did I actually brick. I was always able to play. I was always able to find some kind of starter, whether that be like Xiaomin, Oganance, Foxitude, which was really good. I do really like the inclusion of the Cosmic Cyclones in the main deck. I'm not too sure about 3, which is something that I'll speak about in a moment, but being able to reduce your life points off the bat as a cost is always a good thing. Just enables your plays to go through, basically. And with a card like Psychic End Punisher in the graveyard, in your extra deck, it's always a good sign just to reduce your life points. So that I really did like. I do like the inclusion of Fenrir as well. It kind of like starts off your plays. You could potentially play into like an early Baron if you're lucky, depending on what your hand's saying. But Fenrir in of itself is just a good card anyway. And I do feel like it's going to get hit on the next ban list. But all in all, very solid list. I do like the Dark Ruler no more. The talents does definitely help, especially as you're cycling through so much of your engine. It does help, just kind of like mitigating some of those interactions that you have to play into. However, there are a few things that kind of like made me think twice about how I would build the deck. In this iteration, most specifically, I feel like it's missing a couple of board breakers. Fenrir is nice, Triple Tactics Talent is nice, Dark Ruler is nice, as well as the Cosmic Cyclone. But there are just some boards out there that are just uncrackable with just those few cards. I feel like it needs a bit more of coverage. And I don't know if hand traps is the way forward or not, especially as you draw so much, so you could potentially be drawing it into interruptions. A lot of your deck is very searchable, so maybe playing a couple of more hand traps might have been the way to go, but I'm not too sure. That's something that I would definitely need to test. But as you've seen in the last replay, ladies and gents, I got obliterated by pure Synchrons, just because I had no interaction going first, had no infinite impermanence. I couldn't stop the is it the Junk Speeder? Yeah, Junk Speeder. Couldn't stop Junk Speeder. Like, it was crazy, ladies and gents, and I feel like this deck is missing some form of like turn 1 interaction. I know it puts up a decent board. The board that it puts up is not necessarily the strongest, but that's to be expected with some rogue decks. But I just feel like it's missing a few more turn 1 or turn 0 interactions beyond like Dark Ruler no more, just like board breaker. So definitely something I'm going to keep in mind when I'm building this deck, because I am building this deck, by the way. I did at times miss, where's it gone now? Miss the second start your engines. Having a second one in deck definitely does help, especially if your board gets cracked. And typically when you resolve your Gold Pride stuff, like only one monster comes back, so you could potentially just like look into another one, or at least get another Gold Pride on board to be able to kind of like facilitate some kind of synchro play. So definitely would bump that up to 2 if I had the opportunity. But all in all, ladies and gents, very solid list, super consistent, could play every single turn, which is always a wonderful feeling. You never felt like you just couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, at least not by your own admissions anyway. But anyway, we find ourselves at the end of another video. If there's any spicy text that you would include in like a Gold Pride Punk list, definitely get at me in that comment section below. Also, be sure to go and check out Brandalorian. Like I said at the start of the video, I will leave a link in the description to his channel, and you can check out some of his other videos. Definitely shout out to him for the list. List is pretty solid. Definitely would look to give it a try if I was you, if you're interested in Gold Pride Punk. And if you do like this content, you know what to do by now. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, all of that beautiful good stuff, and I will definitely see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.